Today we're going to be working a little bit more in Chapter 1 as well as talking about financial wellness, financial awareness, and financial planning. As we venture into this PowerPoint, we're going to begin with a quote. And the quote for today is, "Excuses will always be there for you, opportunity won't." And so as you think about this on a personal basis and how that could impact you on your educational journey, I'm going to give my own little synopsis of this quote. When you think about life, there's always excuses. Excuses why you didn't accomplish something, maybe excuses why you didn't do an assignment or achieve a certain goal. We can make excuses quite easily, but those excuses will, when you use them over time, will eventually eliminate a lot of opportunity that you have in front of you. So I encourage you to have a creator's mindset, to be proactive, and to eliminate many of these excuses that we use often. And we'll find that we'll have a lot more success in life, and those opportunities that are laid in front of us, we can execute those opportunities and grab onto those and utilize those in our daily life, both academically and just in life in general. I encourage you to watch this student success tips video. It's not the best quality video. It's videotaped in a Panera Bread, but a lot of what he has to say is very important and I think could benefit you as a student. Moving forward, here is a Prezi done by Michelle Goldis on financial planning, and we're going to go ahead and take a moment to click into this Prezi because I feel like it has a lot of value for you as a student. Michelle Goldis works here on campus and works with financial aid as well as loan, just for students to understand their loans and the responsibilities that go along with those loans. She always begins this presentation with asking our students, what does financial wellness mean to you? So as we're going through this presentation, I want you to think about what financial wellness means to you. If you parallel it to your health and wellness, we work out and we eat healthy so that we can be fit and healthy and live a quality life. The same kind of applies with your financial wellness. We need to do things on a daily basis to make sure that we're financially well. So that as we get older, we have good security and life security. And so what does financial wellness mean? She stated in her Prezi, creating a healthy financial environment in which you prepare for the future and live well in the present. Being in college right now, you can do a lot of things that can help your future financial wellness, but you can also do a lot of things that can negatively impact your financial wellness. And that could mean maybe taking unnecessary student loans and building a lot of student debt. Financial wellness does not mean having a financial wealth. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have a lot of money in the bank, but it's more how you are living within your means and having a healthy financial environment. Instead, it means simply evaluating your finances in a particular way and living within your means. So she has a bunch of basics and great tips that you as a student can utilize to make sure you're on course with your finances. So if we start with the basics, tracking your spending, maybe using a balance sheet each month to know what you're bringing in as far as income and what you're spending as far as debts and expenses. You should be creating a budget. Anyone you talk to in finance would encourage you to stop using credit. If it's important and you have the cash for it, that's one thing. But if you're utilizing credit cards, you could be doing substantial damage towards your overall credit score. And then you got to pay off debt to make sure that you're living a financially healthy life. You should always be checking your credit score once a year. These are your 3 quality credit score companies or credit bureaus that you want to check those through: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. As we look at more specifically at track your spending, she gives you some tips on how to do just that and to make sure you're not overspending. Part of tracking your spending would be creating a budget. Stop using credit card. We talked a little bit about that. One of the tips is to freeze your credit card or hide it. And then by freezing your credit card, it kind of prevents you from making those impulse purchases. And then paying off debt. When you're paying off debt, you want to think about maybe paying off the small debts first and then building your way up to paying off your bigger debts. That way you're able to put a larger amount towards those debts. And then obviously we talked about checking your credit score once a year. USA Funds Life Skills is a free online learning module that provides advice for managing your time and money. Great resource. Listed are a bunch of different ways that you can utilize USA Life Funds. One of them is career planning, money management, financial goals. So there's a lot of different options. Paying for college, maybe giving you some alternative methods instead of building up a lot of student loan debt. And here's some additional things with USA Life Skills. How do I live on a budget while I'm in college or while I'm in school? How much money can I expect to make once I graduate? Some of us have an unrealistic idea of what our career is going to produce as far as income. So this kind of will give you an idea of what your amount of income based on where you are as far as location, and whether it meets or exceeds or is below your expectation level. Additional things on budgeting while in college. And then, like I said, some additional things or ideas or concepts that you can utilize. And then how can I trim the fat? I think these are some great tips that you can utilize from this Prezi as far as entertainment, food, spending, and saving that you as a student can do to minimize your expenses while you're in college. NYFF is Navigating Your Financial Future, another great website, and has a bunch of different links that you can go into to just get information and facts, as well as maybe even some assessments, personal assessments that you can utilize to help you with some key areas. And I thought this was very interesting as they compare women versus men. Males score higher on tests regarding financial knowledge, but women seem to have more responsibility overall when in regards to financial awareness. So males perform better than females on financial literacy aptitudes tests or questions, yet females behave more responsibly than males in almost every aspect of financial behavior. Males are more likely to have their own checking account, where females are more likely to have a joint account. Males have fewer credit cards, but females have more credit cards and get them earlier in life. Males get less anxious about not shopping, and then we know that women love to shop, right? That's a stereotype, but on average, females are more anxious about shopping, are more likely to get that, quote unquote, high from shopping. So when you have to spend money, how can you save? There's a great website called We Tell Me Not, as well as Brad's Deals. And we're going to go through some of these really briefly so you can get an idea of some cool places that you can save your money. Pinterest, a lot of exceptional ideas on how to budget money, as well as save money. Google, Amazon.com. You as a student get free Prime shipping, so that's a great resource through Amazon.com, a great place to also save money, maybe on textbooks as well. Retail Me Not. Okay, so a lot of great coupons and just a way to know when things are on sale at different stores. Brad's Deals. Just going to kind of quickly go through these. The Razzie Coupon Ladies, so if you like to utilize coupons. Groupon is another great resource when dining out or purchasing things. You first look on Groupon, you may be able to find a great deal. Living Social. iHeart Publix. You will be able to find all the deals, everything going on at Publix as far as the buy one get ones. And then Flip gives you all the discounts going on, and that way you can compare and figure out maybe the best place to buy, as well as many of the retailers will price match. Gas Buddy will let you know where you can get the cheapest gas in your area. Shop Savvy, you can use that little barcode to find who else may have the same product and where you can get it at a lower price. Okay, and then Keyring essentially just lets you utilize all your maybe CVS, Kroger, Walgreens cards. You can store them all in one place. A little bit easier than having them on your Keyring. Mint.com is a great resource to consolidate your accounts. It also allows you to track your spending and set reminders as you're trying to reach some financial goals. Free birthday stuff. Who doesn't love free birthday stuff? Here are a handful of different retailers that allow you to get free things on your birthday. So all you have to do is sign up. Just kind of clicking quickly through some of these. Understanding loans and what does unsubsidized versus subsidized loans, deferment. These are all big words that you should be able to know and understand as you are maybe taking out loans. Deferment, forbearance. Deferment is a postponement of payment on your loans that is allowed under this certain conditions. Typically, deferment occurs maybe when you're still going to school, so it allows you to defer your loan until you complete your college. Now, with that being said, you will still accrue interest on some of those loans. Forbearance, if you can't make your scheduled loan payments but don't qualify for deferment, your loan servicer may be able to grant you some forbearance, and that'll help, prevent your plummeting credit score. So it's something definitely worth looking into and reaching out to your loan provider. Repayment plans. You can go to this link here to better understand your repayment plans as far as delinquent loans, default on loans. Those are two things that will significantly impact your credit score. And then loan rehabilitation. So some other key things, and I'm just going to kind of quickly click through, not speak too much to them, as you'll have an opportunity to explore this Prezi in greater detail. Student loan forgiveness. Please know that there are a lot of things going out there about student loan forgiveness. There are some programs that allow student loan forgiveness, but it's not as simple as just saying, oh, I don't want to pay my loans, I'm done. It has more to do with if you are a public service employee and you've been paying on your loans for 10 years, they will then forgive the balance. And those repayment plans will be based on the income you make in your public service employment. Right here, studentaid.gov. This is the true great resource for public service loan forgiveness. And this is where you want to go, as opposed to these up here that are advertisements and you actually pay for. This is a free program, but you simply have to do the paperwork on your own. So again, studentaid.ed.gov. And this is the one for public service loan forgiveness. There's also one for nurses as well, so worth looking into if you're in either of those programs. We do have a Daytona State College Financial Aid Services link on Facebook. So just a lot of great ideas for you in this Prezi. I encourage you to look through that. And then as you're going through the remaining portions of the PowerPoint for financial aid and financial awareness, there's a great video here on financial aid, specifically targeted towards Daytona State students, as well as living on a budget. And then finally, some things for you to specifically do. Create your own budget. What expenses can you cut to improve your budget? How can you increase your net income? So something nice for you to do to take some time to really evaluate where you are with your expenses and your own personal financial wellness.